Oh, what do you need to get this job done? You need a jack and jack stands. Stuff to remove your wheel that includes your impact gun, breaker bar, wheel socket, things like that. A torque wrench, your new belt obviously, a trim tool or a flathead screwdriver to remove some of the inner trim, 3/8 ratchet, tensioner holder, or I use an Allen key, but you need something to hold the tensioner in place, and a 19mm socket. So as you see, I already removed the wheel, and I'm going right after the trim now. So the wheel's already been taken off. This is the passenger side wheel, and there's 4 clips to take off to get access to your drive belt. When you look at it from the top, it looks daunting. It looks like it's a hard job to do, but once you actually take off this bit here, you'll see it's actually not hard at all. So I used a flathead screwdriver. I could use a trim tool, but I don't know. I like using the flathead. So whatever you use, we'll take it right off. Just 2 clips at the top and then 2 at the side. One here, you can see there. And this one down here. And then that will just come right off. And then you get access to the belt. Right there. Nice and easy. So you can see it runs up. That's the tensioner right there. You can see that's where you put your 3/8 drive with your ratchet. And then you see it goes up against the alternator pulley right there. That's where your alternator is. Haha. Good spot. And then around this other pulley and then around the crank here. So you can see up here when you move the tensioner, see those 2 holes? There's one, there's the other. That's where you put your Allen key or your tensioner tool in to hold the tensioner in place so you don't have to fuddle with it while you're trying to take off the belt, right? So I use this Allen key. You'll actually see though I did use that Allen key. So you just put your ratchet on and you're going to be going, lefty-loosey. So you're going, counterclockwise, push down to release some of the tension. And then you can see my other hand. You can barely see it, unfortunately, I'm blocking it, but you just have to feed the Allen key or everything you see kind of in the center there between the 2 holes to hold it in place. I did change it though. This one, if you look, I'll show you right now. See how it's kind of offside though? They're in both holes, but it's not completely through. I should have used a thicker Allen key. So getting the old belt off was easy-ish. But getting the new one on, because it was so tight, I actually switched up the Allen key. But you'll see here now. So you take it off the crank first. So take it off the big center pulley here. And just feed that right off. And even now, you see this struggle here. If I had used a better, thicker Allen key, this would have been easier. But took the belt off. Just feed it from around. Get it off all the pulleys, alternator pulley, everything. Yeah, struggling with it a bit there. It's kind of tight, so you have to work around a bit, but it is possible, as you can see there. And belts out. Always compare belts, make sure the ribs are the same. Everything looks good. Actually, looking at the belt now, it was making a little bit of squeaking noises. But looking at it here, it actually looks in very good condition, but I'm happy I changed it anyways. It's good to just do the maintenance, and it's not hard to do. So, belt looks good. Alright, so now you do the opposite. So you feed the belt in. Watch out for these lines here. Just feed it around. And then feed it up to the alternator. Okay, once you get around those 2, just put it around the tensioner, then back around the crank. So it's the exact opposite of what you did before. And here we go. It's a bit of a struggle, but it's actually not that hard. I mean, pretty much this video, the length of it's not very long. It's pretty much, won't take you very long to do, You can see, I don't know, it's kind of blurry, but you can see I actually have a gray Allen key there. I used a thicker one. Because the belt just wouldn't go on. I had to actually move the Allen key. You can see it's interfering. I had to see, it's blurry. I can see it. Good shot of my sweater. Good job. But you can see it's pushing down, so I adjusted it. Then I put my 3/8 on, gave it a good pull, and put the belt on the rest of the way. And there's the Allen key came out. Now you use a 19mm, and you put it on, and you turn this clockwise. You turn it several times, and this is to kind of equalize the tension in all the pulleys. Then you do that, and you do a kind of a visual inspection And make sure it's nice and tight. It's good. And make sure it's sitting on all the pulleys correctly. Make sure it's nice and flush. It's not sitting halfway on one pulley or something. Do a visual inspection, a feel inspection. Make sure it's all good. You see where you do the visual up here. See it's sitting on there good. Sitting here perfectly. Sitting up there perfectly. And once done, you put your wheel and fender cover back in, and you're good to go.
Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate all the support out there. Don't forget to throw a like on that video if it helps you, if you found the information useful, anything like that. Make sure to like it. Don't forget to subscribe, help the channel grow, and hit the notification if you want to see more of my videos. If you dislike the video, that's okay, no problem at all, but don't be a troll, alright? Make sure you put why in the comments. I mean, maybe I missed something, maybe I got something wrong, maybe there's something you feel better or you didn't like how I filmed. Whatever it is, put it in there. I make these videos to help people out, so I can only make it better if I get the feedback, but I need the feedback. Just don't be trolling, alright? Otherwise, if you have any other comments, feel free to do so. I answer questions whenever I can. If you want to add something on there, if you have a helpful tip that maybe I didn't cover, I didn't even know about, make sure to put that in the comments as well. I want to thank everyone, and I will see you all next video.